Hey guys, how you doing? This is Dan with Dan's 30 for Dory build. I'm just putting a shout out there. I usually don't do this because it's really not my thing to do so, but I'm in a bit of a jam here. I just posted a video the other day showing what the Win belt sander does to the belts now. The rubber drive pulley looks like it's actually, I don't know how to explain it, shrunk and left the little steel wheel at the drive side exposed about 1/8 of an inch higher than the rubber itself. So I don't know how that happened or why it's happening, but the belt is shifting over as I explained in my last video, and that washer type steel wheel or disc at the edge of the rubber drive is cutting off approximately a 1/2 inch of belt while I'm using it. Now, since my last video, I've taken a really good look at this Win belt sander, and I just can't explain why the rubber is a smaller diameter than that steel plate at the end, the round disc, which is part of the drive system. And I also can't explain why the belt is actually shifting over into the drive corner of the belt. I just don't get it. But anyway, I tried one more belt, and once again the belt moved over, and that little disc at the edge of that rubber pulley cut up another belt. I don't believe this could be fixed. It is a problem. For me, it basically renders the tool unusable because the belt only lasts maybe 15 minutes once you get going. But I have learned one thing, not to say change the subject, but the area that I did do before the belt committed suicide here is that the area I grounded with the belt sander and 40 grit paper came out really, really nice. So I'm convinced at this time the only way to level this finish on the sides of the 30-foot Dory here is to take a belt sander to it, and it takes everything out and leaves me a really smooth finish, which I'm going to go over with 80 grit, which I've tried. My dilemma is that I can no longer use this belt sander because it would be crazy to continue using it. Now, I cannot replace this belt sander at this time due to expense, okay? Sorry about the shaking. Due to the expense. So I'm going to kind of put a cry out there that if anybody has a belt sander tucked away underneath the cupboard there somewhere and you're not using it, please contact me through my YouTube channel here, and I'll pay for the shipping if you're willing to, I guess, give it up. I need a belt sander in order to do the finish on this boat. So it's the beginning of August. I've only got a couple of more weeks of decent weather, I believe, to continue this project. Now, I don't know what else to do. It really is a major setback when you buy a tool, and I don't care what kind of tool it is, and you go to use it and it really doesn't work. That's a major setback. In this case, I'm dealing with a belt sander that I don't know. It's not made right. It's something. Sorry about that. I'm going to move my hand here. There's just something about this Win belt sander that's just not lining up, and the rubber drive is smaller than the disc on the corner of the machine and cutting up belts. I've never seen that before. Mind you, it's been a long time since I used a belt sander, but I don't think they've changed very much, except for maybe the style of the machine. So I'm going to drop my pride here a whole bunch, and I'm going to put a cry out to anyone that is not using an older belt sander. I don't know, Milwaukee, DeWalt, something older, Skill, that they're willing to give up. I'd really appreciate it, and I'll pay the shipping. You know, send it down, I'll pay the shipping, I'll send you back the money, whatever it takes to ship it here. So if you're in a position to do so, contact me here on my channel. I do read everything that people do send me, and so far it's been fantastic. Wow, I'm getting a lot of verbal support, and yeah. So I don't know if people do this or not, but if you do have a belt sander that you're willing to ship to me, I'll pay for the shipping. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know what else to do here. I don't usually ask for stuff like this, but I really like to get this sanded down and finished. I've put a lot of work into this boat this year, and I was hoping to get her all primed up and by the end of August, and next year flip it after putting bottom paint on. So I don't know if I should even be standing in this. Here's the, yeah, you see that my lens is cracked. That's no good, sorry. So anyway, to make a long story a little shorter, yeah, I'm looking for a belt sander. I don't care what type it is. It can't be any worse than what I'm doing now. I can't use the one I have. It's just not worth it. I paid $79 for that Win belt sander, and it's going to cost me $80 in sandpaper to try to finish sanding this boat down because it just keeps on eating belts. Yeah. So, like I said, I don't know if people do this, but right now the project is a standstill until I can get a machine that is capable of ripping the finish off this boat to level it, because it is really rough. I can show you from here. I'll try to get that in there. I'm going to get a little closer here without trying to get... The sun's coming up. I'm in a bad position for sunlight. But here we go. You see that finish? This here, all this is rough. But this is beautiful. This is smooth. I am so impressed with the ability of the belt sander to be able to level it off like that. It's just, and that whole section only took me 15 minutes. So yeah. Anyway, if you can help me out with this, I'd really appreciate it. If not, I'm going to cover it up and I guess maybe seal it up for the summer. I just can't do any more work on it without a belt sander. I've tried other tools. It doesn't work as well as a belt sander. Now, what the belt sander is doing for me here is it's cutting it down even, right? So the all the highs and lows, like 90% of them come out. So I'm just taking off those 2 extra layers of a resin that I had put over the 2 layers of 6-ounce mat. And I've watched a couple of YouTube channels and they're using a belt sander, and it's really coming out really good. And here's proof here, because my rear section here, like, I swear to God, took out about 90% of the highs and lows, and like almost almost perfect. So I would like to continue this with a belt grinder or belt sander, and I'm sure somebody has one sitting under the shelf they haven't used in years. And yeah, I'm over here in Alberta, Canada. Get a hold of me through my YouTube channel. Leave a message if you're interested in shipping me your belt sander, an old one, and I'll be more than happy to pay the shipping. I'm sure it's cheaper than trying to buy a new belt sander. So anyway, I'm just gonna have to leave this with you. I don't know what else to do. I do have 71 subscribers, and I was right last time. I go in and out of my YouTube channel, and it's always a surprise. So I'm at 71, and I'd like to thank each and every subscriber for subscribing. I must be doing something of interest to attract some people. And again, I said, you know, like a flat bottom boat is an interest item, and I guess I have 71 people interested in flat bottom boats. And as I said many times in my videos, I don't do this for profit. This is all out of my pocket. It's a home built boat, 30-foot Dory. And the reason why I started a YouTube channel on this is basically to share any information somebody needs on a flat bottom boat. And there is not really a lot of them on YouTube right now. There are Pacific Dories are very popular, but the flat bottom is not so many, and no 30-footers. I know that because I've been searching for a long time. So anyway, I'm going to end this segment with thank you very much for subscribing. I'm trying to keep it as interesting as I can. Of course, as you know, I post everything is rough. I'm not in a position to edit anything or to put funny things in there, and I was thinking of possibly figuring out how to add music, but from the videos I've seen, they add music. The music interferes usually with the people that are talking, and I find it hard to make out what they're saying. So I've come to the conclusion there'll be no music in the background unless I got my radio going with shanty songs going on it while I'm working. And yeah, guys, I need some help with a machine here. I'd like to finish it this year. If not, I'll just wrap it up and come back next year and take another shot at it. Anyway, this is Dan with Dan's 30-foot Dory belt. If you can help me out, I'd appreciate it. I got 71 subscribers. Thanks everyone for subscribing. Hang in there. I haven't given up the project. I got too much invested in it, okay? So take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.